Alone. Committed. Watching. Protecting. A sentinel, standing the test of time for nearly 100 years. Countless disasters averted and lives saved. This statuesque reminder of an era gone by remains active to this very day. Once considered the most important tool for the detection of wildfires, fire lookouts have all but faded into obscurity. This is TrailNewbie, powered by Disciple Off-Road. Alright, so today we are headed to a really cool spot, a place where there is a ton of camping, off-roading, and also history. We're going to be inside of Giant Sequoia National Monument, and our destination is Buck Rock. On the way up here on Highway 180, the scenery is really amazing. Here's the main entrance to Kings Canyon National Park, and our first glimpse of a giant sequoia. Shortly after we enter, we're going to head east, again to Giant Sequoia National Monument, which is administered by the U.S. Forest Service as part of Sequoia National Forest. Here we are getting our first glimpse of Buck Rock. If we look close through the trees here, you can see the fire lookout there on top. We've pulled off the highway and onto Big Meadows Road. It's paved for now, some camping areas, and really just a great drive so far. Now we're pulling off onto Forest Route 13S04. I'd recommend this spot for camping, overlanding, and even getting some RVs and fifth wheels into as well. There's a lot of good options right here. Have you ever noticed, when you travel to a new destination and come back again, it seems like the return trip takes less time than the way there? One explanation has to do with too much focus on time itself. Let's say you're late and keep checking your watch or phone. Time seems to lag. But when you're distracted by other, more interesting or enjoyable things, time passes quickly. I'm not entirely sure about this theory. Another possibility is familiarity. On the way there, you don't yet know the route. On the way back, you recognize landmarks and other familiar sights, which makes the trip seem to go faster. There is some evidence that time seems to slow down when we experience the unfamiliar, and whiz by when we're engaged in routine. This also would explain why time appears to go faster as we get older, and we have fewer new experiences as we did when we were young. I believe familiarity is the driving force here. Moral of the story: slow things down a bit and experience something new. But, perhaps minding the clock does factor in. In this way, I'd say don't pay any attention to the clock at all. Well, we are getting there. Just maybe about a half mile out. I got so lucky with this really clear day here. The layers of rock are just so interesting, and the surrounding forest looks like something out of a storybook. We made it here to the parking area, and there's just a short hike to the Buck Rock Lookout. They don't let unauthorized vehicles on this portion, but the hike is easy and well worth it. Like I said earlier, out of a storybook right here. Built in 1923, this is one of only 3 of this type of fire lookout remaining. We're getting closer here, so let's go check it out. Just partway up, wow, what a view. Up here at the top, this is just awesome. To think someone lives and sleeps up here, as this is still active to this very day. Back down at the base, there's a nice memorial to some supporters of the Buck Rock Foundation. I love finding this sort of stuff. Take your time. Experience something new. Slow down a bit. Take everything in. Appreciate something you've never seen. Marvel at God's creation. Even the rocks cry out. When Buck Rock Lookout was constructed, it was accompanied by 8,000 lookouts nationwide, 600 of those in California. Now, this rare 4A style live-in lookout is accompanied by only 2 others, 14 feet by 14 feet, surrounded by glass, and a view that is second to none. All this to say, Buck Rock Lookout is a piece of American history, nearly one of a kind. Today, campers, travelers, and hikers make stops at Buck Rock. Some looking to see history, see a view, or in some cases, take an epic selfie. Regardless, a destination like Buck Rock draws all people from all walks of life. What brings them together? Reflection on the past, experiencing the present, and creating memories for the future. Consider supporting this piece of American history. If we don't, who will? So Buy a shirt. Donate. Preserve the legacy of Buck Rock Lookout. To learn more, go to buckrock.org.